Salute and thank you, NERDSoul. Ghost Rider looks dope. I already like Robbie Reyes as a character, and then he just looked cool. And strangely, Goblin looks cool to me. Like strangely,
why would that be strange? The Goblin has never been in the game before. Everybody's gonna play with him.
No, but I don't seem like if I was to imagine a character that I would be drawn to, I wouldn't expect it to be Goblin, but he looks super cool when he was in the
he's kind of like a mixture of traditional and the ultimate.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Mike.
Uh-huh.
You said Goblin it's not a character you're drawn to. First of all, Faust. Let's not do this, Mike.
Oh yeah, really. You know what? Let's start the show.
Mike, that's exactly who you would play with as Goblin. Like that is specifically the character.
Faust is Goblin. I mean,
right?
He has
like
a sight.
That's the point. That's the point I'm trying to think. Like I put this. That's the thing, though, Coop. We back when early in Stride's years, early Good to Get Stride's years. He was, NERDSoul was trying to get into it with me, trying to get into the game with me because he saw me playing with Tokon. He was like, man, I don't know a character that I can't find a character that I really like, that I really mess with. So I was like, try Faust. He's like, Faust. He said, the doctor dude? I was like, yeah, just try him out. Go to mode, see how he feels. I'm telling you, you're going to like him because we would go at it not to fight like seriously, but just sparring, playing around, doing podcasting. So, and he was like, man, I can't find nobody I mess with. I don't know who I like. So I said, try Faust. He ain't got off Faust since. So, and the only reason I said Faust is because of the way Mike fights. I'm a fighting game player. I've been playing for 30 years. The way Mike press buttons, you know what I'm saying? Faust is the character for him. So Goblin, that's like, I'm not shocked that you drawn to Goblin. Like that's your character, though. That's
at this point,
about personality. Characters are about personality.
It's so messed up. We could probably start rivals.
Well, you know what? Since we already talking about Tokon, look, hey guys, this is a I guess unorthodox start to the show, but welcome to NERDSoul. You know what I'm saying? NERDSoul. Look, we gonna get on into it. You've already heard some voices, but I want to give a shout out to Coop. Introduce yourself.
What's up, y'all? Keep the Coop of Blurtish. Probably haven't seen me here for a while. We've been kind of in and out of it, but I have done some stuff with Open Mind here. We've been talking gaming, all type of things, more pods to come. Made 10 years in this June of Blurtish as a podcast and as a vendor. And yeah, we're going to talk some games and whatnot.
All right, that's what's up. And shouts out to Open Mind. He up in here too. We all back together. Open Mind, introduce yourself.
What up, NERDSoul family, game community, FGC, and all that jazz. We back again with another fire episode for y'all. We got to discuss Evo. We got to discuss this FGC. We got to discuss. We just got to discuss. That's how I'm going to say it. We have to discuss.
Well, you know what? Since we were already talking about Tokon, let's go in and wrap up Tokon. So Tokon, they came out. Was it? I can't remember the event was at Evo. So,
yeah, they announced the
last
team.
So they're at Evo, and they said, hey, let's go in and put out a video of our last team. So we see the last team, and it's Midnight Suns. Psych, it's Samurai Outriders.
Yeah,
something like that. Something with Samurai in it.
It's got Robbie Reyes, who I love as a writer. Then we get Blade. No, we get Blade.
Yeah. Get Blade,
man, he looks so good, man. The suit looks incredible. I like that little shoulder thing he has too. Like, man, he looked incredible. Everybody was hype about it. Looked great. Then we got a surprise in Loki. At least I wasn't expecting to see Loki.
Nobody was surprised. Nobody was expecting Loki.
Definitely wasn't. See that? Nobody saw that coming.
Yeah.
So, nobody, not even the leakers. Not even the leakers saw that one coming.
Nobody saw that coming.
So I thought that was cool. Just to get, some fresh blood. And I think that's what Arxis is doing a lot of, is putting a lot of fresh blood in there. So then we got someone who might not have been expected, but was probably like, we weren't surprised because the character itself.
Expecting him for DLC. They thought it was going to be DLC. And it's like, we getting him now. Later. Yeah. and that's Deadpool.
Yeah, Deadpool comes out, and I'm not surprised to see him, but I was surprised to see him as like a base roster character.
Yeah,
But altogether, Ghost Rider already looks sweet. He's already looked great to me. Blade looks incredible. Then Loki, I'm like, oh snap, okay, I'm feeling that. And then Deadpool just doing all of the references.
he has every reference of.
I don't think the FGC knew how much they needed some random self-referential fourth wall breaking character.
Bro, he calls himself now. He said, "I'm Mr. FCG or fighting game FGC." So that's gonna be his nickname in the game. Like that's what he is now. Like he could be whatever he wants to be, man. So I have to admit, what they did a couple of things with Deadpool. The biggest thing that I ain't get it because I didn't play the 2013 game, but apparently Nolan North, who currently plays Rocket in Rivals, he didn't get to do the Deadpool voice for whatever reason.
Oh man,
it probably was like a scheduling thing, but he's like apparently the most beloved Deadpool other than Ryan Reynolds. Like people love him, and he's dialed back as the voice. Arxis is like sparing they not missing no detail. So the fact that they getting it right with the voices, like to get they getting the fans on their sides, whatever that may means, but that's how you kind of start the project. And it's like you kind of know this, and these guys have always been the cut. And shout out to Blades VA, because this is like I was kind of hoping it was gonna be Gabe Kunda, because I asked Gabe on his stream, like, all right, man, I know you can't straight, but are you in the game? And he was like, he didn't say no. But it turned out to be Amari Williams, who has voiced Blade before and something else. I think was it Ultimate Alliance 3? So he just announced it on his he was talking about his social. And apparently he also is the voice of he did one of the Demon Slayer's voices, English voices. So this man clearly knows what he's doing, and he sounds great. Like he sounds all like he just sounds like how a Blade should sound. Him and Gabe have done, Rivals, you got to be a little bit, have a levity with it, because you got to say multiple lines and then interact with different characters, because that's an expanding lore. So Blade can't be just seriously super gruff all the time, even though he kind of is. But for a fighting game, you ain't got to say much. It's gonna be like, hey, Blade's is there to demolish you.
Yeah, the only thing that would have made that better is if like Wesley was doing the voice. Like,
well, come on now. Wesley ain't gonna take. Is Wesley gonna take a pay cut like a free agent in the NBA? Like Wesley ain't taking no pay cut.
Wesley, he might take a pay cut for the love of the game, because you know what I'm saying. You never know.
There's a reason why.
Also, we don't know the money Arxis got. They might have that cheese.
This is a reason why Wesley haven't done the voice in no animation. There's a reason for that.
He said, "Y'all ain't gonna do it in no animation." Money.
Yeah, you got look. Man, let the VAs get the voices, man. You gotta look. If we can have 1,000,001 Batman, let there be 1,000,001 Blades.
Well, yeah, I feel you on that one. I guess you, but
Wesley ain't gonna live forever. We gotta let it. We gotta let it go on.
Yeah, he ain't gonna live forever. I know.
So y'all said y'all really would have wanted Wesley Snipes to voice Blade in this game.
No, I mean,
I'm not saying
cool.
that.
I'm cool either way. I just thought it would have been a cool icing on the cake to be like, oh, hold up, is that Wesley?
I think nobody would have. I ain't saying nobody would say that. It's just that Blade, he has never done an animation voice for Blade.
I'm not saying he ever has, but trust me and believe, if Wesley was doing the voice, we'd have all kinds of videos talking about how, my God, I can't believe Wesley did it. So like, come on, let's.
Yes, I ain't saying that, but I'm saying, Mike, I like messing with you. I know you have great intentions, but you like to shoot to the moon, and that's great. I'm glad you have high expectations. But I'm saying, all right, now let's bring it back to Earth.
That's a little.
Well, there's a reason why Wesley haven't done it.
Even Ryan Reynolds had to drag Wesley off the couch to go do Blade for his movie.
Look, there's a reason why Ryan Reynolds haven't done.
He had to drag him off the couch. He was like, "What are we doing?" He thought Ryan was prank calling him.
I'm just saying.
Like he didn't even believe that.
Why Reynolds haven't done the animated voice while he started making a lot of money. and they got Nolan
Good.
North, and they got Alexandra Sam. Like, they are dedicated voice actors. Now, you saying that they a good quality person, but I'm saying there's levels to it.
Now here's a plot twist though for all this. It's not that the studio didn't maybe attempt. They're expensive. Okay, to get Ryan Reynolds or Blade or stuff like that, Ryan Reynolds is very expensive. They probably reached out to him. We'll never know for sure. I wouldn't put it past them to reach out to Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds quoted them a price that they couldn't afford.
So they don't want to pay.
They couldn't afford. Same
budgets,
thing,
man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Ryan Reynolds. It's like, you gotta understand. We like these characters, whoever they are that play these characters. We like these actors. I mean, but we don't take into account the cost associated with having them in the show.
If you think Deborah Ann Warhol makes God Law Fame expensive, what you think Ryan Reynolds
right?
What you think Ryan Reynolds in his prime would make a game cost? Look, there's probably voice actor day rates, and there's probably actor rates, even if they're doing voiceover.
Good Lord.
And like, you only go get so much time. So I'm saying, get a voice actor. They gonna be around the project for a few years. And
they real expensive. I think that's why we haven't gotten Wesley Snipes and Ryan Reynolds. I think it's specifically that. Now, I no one really knows, but I feel like somebody, some representative, somebody that can do that's their job to do that. Work for the studio, reached out and said, "Hey, can we get Ryan Reynolds to do the voice of Deadpool on our fighting game?" And his agent was like, "All right, I'll pitch it to him." They pitched him the price, and they was like, "All right, thank you for your time. Sorry to bother you." You know what I'm saying? It's like, because they're not, also, because Ryan Reynolds he want that cheese, and I don't even think Ryan Reynolds even was on the phone call. I think it was his representative speaking for him. His agent just quoting his price for him. I think if Ryan Reynolds was on the phone, he probably would have did it for free. But because his agent's speaking for him, his agent wants some cut of the money and don't care about your video game like that, I feel like realistically, it's, and Wesley too, it's a price thing. Because I think they would have did it. I really feel like they would have did it if they had the option to.
And control thing too. And also, like, not saying that they hard to work with, but also VAs probably like don't, if you're a dedicated VA actor, you probably ain't trying to rock the boat or be a control. You can't be a control freak. Reynolds is kind of like his own indie thing right now with a lot of control. Like, he got control over Deadpool for Marvel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody can tell Feige what to do, but Reynolds is one of the few people that can do it. So,
yeah,
I feel like Reynolds has built some trust, not necessarily him being like an egomaniac about it. But I feel like Reynolds has built some trust with them. He knows some people that know two people. They trust his judgment, and he hasn't missed yet. Every time Reynolds do a Deadpool movie, it grosses the amount of money that it needs to gross. Not in the billions, but enough to satisfy and shut everybody up. So he hasn't struck out yet. So I feel like they just trust his judgment.
But Arksy might be like, hey, we want you to say this, do this. So I just think it's just,
But I just feel like it's a money thing.
It's a money thing.
I don't feel like that Arxis didn't reach out. I feel like Arxis did reach out in the behind the scenes, during the development in this game, and got quoted a price that they couldn't afford. I think it's just that simple.
At the same time, though, Mike, people are just happy Blade is the first time in a fighting game. So
first time,
this about to be sweet.
So
yeah, and speaking of that, the last roster, I guess I was right about Blade, but I was wrong about the other two. I'm with you on this one, NERDSoul. I'm not surprised to see Deadpool. I figured he was going to be DLC at some point. He was going to be. He was in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. You can have Deadpool in the fighting game. It's not his first time.
Yeah,
Loki was the one wasn't ready for. Not that I don't like it now. I dig it. How it's a character reveal and you'd be like, I wish they could have saved that one. Like the Loki, because think about it, Thor is in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Loki isn't, and I'm liking the direction that Arxis is going with putting these characters in that have never been in a fighting game at all, or these Marvel characters is just they just didn't get selected for some reason, couldn't get the license for it, whatever the reasoning is. Arcs is so I'm thinking like the DLC is gonna be that way too. The future DLC is gonna be some characters that has never been in the Marvel game. So I'm gonna need the community, the FGC, to not be on this campaign about bring this character back, that character back, or that character, the character that you like, that you played with in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I'm gonna need you to just let this game cook.
Well,
let this game cook because if you do that, you're gonna ruin it just because you want your character. When I like the direction that they're going in.
More to the point, to piggyback on what you're saying, I think this weekend finally, even though it should have been broken by the time Penny was announced, but I get it. Penny can be looked at, I hate people do this, but I get it. It could be like she's Sentinel-like or she's Patipkin-like because, Arcs is, I guess they like their big bodies, and you need a big body for the game or whatever, fighting game. But when you get Green Goblin, Loki, Deadpool this early, and in his own version, then you get Blade. And who else you get new? You get Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider. You get, who else is new? You get Miss Marvel, instead of say Reed, and you get Danger. You got Magic. You know what I'm saying? You got people who have never been. You got how many people? About a third or half of the game have never been in a fighting game. So think about that for a second. But what they have been is there are a lot of people who say they are different. They wanted to have, diverse characters that definitely include female characters, which a lot of people didn't understand first, but they said they do want to do that. I'm shocked they didn't include one on this team, but, Loki can turn into anybody, I'm sure. So you can go with that. Deadpool plays all sides of the fence and everything. So there you go. So you got some all type of weird fourth wall breaking, 10th wall breaking. And then for them to even mock Marvel versus Capcom by giving him the Dr. Doom foot slide and all amongst all the other things in Mortal Kombat.
Like all the fighting game references, the Strive references, the MK references. It's like that was cool. That was nice.
The man has his own toasty.
No, I gotta shed some context here. There's people are tripping about the fact that Deadpool is bending over like Jacko and Good to Get Strive. I think people to really understand what they did there. If the fact that Deadpool's pose where he's bending over like that is exact replica of Jacko. That's also using assets from Good to Get Strive.
They already know how to animate that.
Well, it's already an asset that's in their database because the character Jacko does that.
They just have to rig his character to it.
That's all they did. That's all they did. Didn't even cost them. It was a click of a mouse to make them do that.
Even another quick aside, y'all. So, now I'm going to keep this as PG-13 as I can. Y'all, Deadpool, the character of Deadpool he is a murderous assassin who it takes nothing serious until it gets serious. Let me say it again. He is a bisexual, murderous merc who does some good, but he has done a lot of bad. Though nothing applies to him that gonna make sense. Also,
he's not a character I'm gonna be playing with anyway.
So
I don't play with Deadpool.
If Deadpool beat it, also he did the Dragon Ball Z reference Ginyu Force pose. So if you watch,
he did.
Force, that's what that reference is when he's bending over. That's the Ginyu pose. People counted it down. So everything he does is a referential fourth wall breaking joke.
Oh boy.
It's like, y'all, if you worried about Deadpool at this point, after watching Deadpool and doing the splits and back to Jacko pose, please, y'all might as well just turn gaming off.
No, they wasn't bothered by it. They wasn't. They was actually hype about it.
Oh, really?
And they were making it, because they're not bothered by it at all. They were actually hyped about it. And I was just like, don't y'all know that Arxis was just taking assets?
So they thought that was an original thing?
They didn't think it was original. They were comparing to say that Deadpool did the same thing as Jacko. That's so freaking cool. And I'm just like, it's just an asset switch over.
It's cool, really, but it's a slam dunk for them.
It's easy. They just took assets.
Like they put Soul Bad Guy, they put May Dolphin Throw.
Oh, the Tosugeki.
Yeah, they put that. They did
Tosugeki.
some I guess whoever Roman is, or Roman cancel. So they did at least 4 of their own things.
Wait a minute. Okay, all right, cool. Because cool, you said we're a Roman capitalist.
Roman Cancel.
Roman Cancel is a mechanic in Guilty Gear Strive.
Okay, so yeah,
whoever Roman Cancel is.
Yeah, just to say they put it in there. So I'm just saying I don't know.
Hold up, because I missed that. Is he able to do a Roman Cancel in the game?
It was like, if you slow it down, or from what people say, they compared it like when he
that's crazy.
whipped out his sign, he does it into another combo or something.
Wow.
So,
yeah, that's just assets from Guilty Gear Strive because Arxis is making the game.
He's Mr. Fighting Game Community from Arxis' point of view.
Homie is going to be just incredible in general to watch. Now, hopefully, like I said earlier, hopefully we won't have to have a PlayStation account. Hopefully, they'll remove that restriction. But you never know.
It's not going to be on PC?
No, it is going to be on PC, but they're gonna force you to have a PlayStation account.
Why do you think that, or why do you feel that way?
Because it said it when they first announced it. They said that you were gonna have to have a PlayStation account to play it. But I wonder if they mean that for everybody or just PlayStation users.
I mean,
I feel like that's just PlayStation users. I don't think
it's gonna be PlayStation.
What does that good does that do you to have a PlayStation account and you have it on PC? You have a Steam account.
Thank you. That's why I was worried at first. I was like, yo, man, I hope they ain't trying to make us
because it's coming to Steam, right?
Yep.
So it's not because Xbox not getting it, so it ain't gonna probably be no Windows version. So it ain't gonna be on Xbox. So sad for Xbox. We gonna get this.
Well, I mean, since it's PC, it's technically on Windows, Xbox, or whatever.
Well, it's not gonna be a Windows. It's not gonna probably be like for a Windows Microsoft format directly. Because
we'll see whatever. We'll see whatever Game Pass does. Because it's kind of like Game Pass is alright, but then like they be tripping sometimes with it. So
I think because it's PlayStation produced rights game, they gonna let it go to PC and Steam, but it might go to Epic, but you will not see it on Xbox disc no time soon.
When I say Xbox, I'm really talking about like sort of Xbox PC. Like
it'll be on
PC. The Xbox app that like I have on my computer or something like that.
Yeah, it'll probably just be on whatever. If you got some PC that you can just get it on, or Steam, or the least Xbox direct thing, that's how it'll probably be able to do it. But it ain't gonna be under no Xbox branded. And it got a PC stamp all up on it. When it says PS Studios, unless they got a deal that ain't coming, I guarantee you the deal ain't coming for the next 3 years to Xbox. Now maybe after they sell, about 5 million, they might be like, all right, we'll throw y'all a bone. Or after they get over their budget and their profit numbers, because it goes to numbers. And then when they want to open up to a new audience, because there ain't gonna be no back to what Open says, there ain't gonna be no Marvel vs. Capcom 4, and I think people have for some reason wising up to see that, this isn't like Marvel vs. Capcom. No, it's Arxis system, y'all. Yeah. Like Capcom just ain't a name. That's a whole other company that they ain't got no synergy with. Capcom and SNK got synergy.
But here's the thing. This is Marvel vs. Capcom 4, but it's just not Capcom, it's just Marvel. We don't need Marvel vs. Capcom 4. That's called Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. That's your 4.
Yeah.
It's not titled 4. It's called Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. It didn't go over well. That's why Arxis bought the IP. That's why Arc System Works is now giving us a Marvel fighting game, which is Marvel vs. Capcom like, with 4-man tag battle, which is a new approach to it. But I need the FGC to accept that Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is Marvel vs. Capcom 4, even if it's not said so in the title.
To a certain degree, yeah.
And everybody
No.
no.
Listen, this is a business. This is a business move I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It didn't sell because, like, if you the fact that Arxis is doing this game lets me know everything I need to know about what happened with Marvel Infinite. Marvel Infinite did not do the numbers it was supposed to do. So what they did behind the scenes is they let Arxis take over the IP and they took it from Capcom. And let's see what you guys can do with our IP. Because Capcom just did not deliver like they were supposed to with the fourth iteration.
To be fair to I'll give Capcom a little bell. Just a little bit, because really it's crazy because the person who sabotaged Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite was Marvel themselves. Because Disney and Marvel was like, all right, no, because that was the whole problem when X-Men was not theirs yet. They did not want no X-Men. They killed them off in the comics. It was a bad corporate move.
Oh, that was the time when they tried to make the Inhumans dope.
Yeah, and they done killed off the Inhumans are pretty much like, all right, get them out of here. X-Men 97 drops tomorrow. And then we had an X-Men resurgence when as soon as they got it, and we knew
let's take that. So I think with that debacle that you just described, Capcom decides to back away and say, okay, all right, we don't want no more part in this. We just gonna focus on our game. We're gonna focus on our stuff. So now Marvel is searching for somebody to put out their next fighting game. Arxis picked up the phone and say, hey, this is what we've done. We've got Guilty Gear, all of the Guilty Gear games. We have our other little game. We've done Dragon Ball Fighter Z. You know what I'm saying? This is what we've done.
All that stuff.
Right. And so what they did was Marvel decided to just let Arxis try it out, and Arxis is showing us. I agree with you, Coop. I'm just saying I presented it wrong, but I was just saying that.
And let me throw in an extra deeper thought into this because we're going back to Disney. So I'm turning on my corporate greed
Disney
brain
time. Going back to Bob Chapek.
We got to go back to the top. Disney has invested, me and Mike know this, invested a lot in trying to get licenses for anime because they in it. Like they in it, they always gonna grow it even if they don't promote it. So what's the biggest way to have synergy with anime? Arxis, like you say, Dragon Ball Z fighters. It's
come out with an anime fighter, basically.
Get an anime fighter with the style, and then we got our IP that we own, and then boom. And like you said, I think you're onto something about Capcom. Capcom might have just been like, hey, bro, we don't care. Street Fighter 6, we going back to basics. We're going to make Street Fighter a monster. And then we're kind of more of a globalization company. Like, we're Japanese. Like, we're Japanese, but we dig heavy in the West. I think they moved their studios, their headquarters out of Japan, but they're still they're always going to be a Japanese company. You know, there's always somebody named Son or, you know, or the chief or whatever. Senpai is running it, even if he ain't in Japan. Somebody, the board, go say it. But their goal was always to get the West, and that's what representing their style. So that's why they can do anime style, but they gone to more hyper realistic, and they're one of the better people at using Unreal or their engine. That's why Monster Hunter is a big thing. That's why Street Fighter is a big thing. That's why Resident Evil is super goated. You know. Resident Evil, I thought, you know, I never got into it, but to see how it just never dies, it only gets bigger, and it keeps getting remade. So
I want to be a bit of a contrarian here when it comes to the hyperrealism stuff. Okay, you're right. Capcom is good at hyperrealism with Street Fighter 6, of course, and then Street Fighter 5, and then But here's me as a FGC person. I don't mind a cartoon fighting game.
Not at all.
Like Dragon Ball Fighter Z is dope. It looks pretty.
That joint is the anime. Like
I mean, and then like because I was before we got this far into Marvel Tokon's life when it was in its early stages. I was seeing a lot of chatter online about it looks too anime and it's like wait a minute, wait a minute, hold up, I need y'all to stop. Y'all been playing Street Fighter 6 too long. Y'all been playing Tekken 8 too long. Let's go back to a cartoon fighting game. I wish Street Fighter 6 was a cartoon. I wish it was because what's wrong with it? It's I don't need Guile to look like a real human person. I don't need him to look real. I need it. It could be a cartoon. Street Fighter started out as a cartoon, and I want to say that Marvel Tōkon looks pretty. It looks fantastic without touching the button, without pressing the button, without knowing who I'm going to play with yet. Just look at it and just let it move. That game looks so pretty. Why can't we have anime?
Looks like
Marvel?
Saturday morning anime
What?
style.
And what's wrong with that? You telling me that looks ugly?
And that looks beautiful. No, it's beautiful. There's a
That's
art.
BS.
It's a beautiful style and talent to make in this day and age. Even though it's 3D models still, but it can mimic 2D, 2D sprite work art and its color. It looks like comics jumping off of a page, off of a manga page.
The proper term for it is called cell shading.
Yeah, and
that's what they did. They did because you're taking the cartoon person, you're giving them 3D movement, 3D-ish like anime, so they call it cell shading, where you got the cartoon vibe look, but they also have,
or I guess 2.5 3D style. They're not full 3D, but they're not too regular flat, and it's just it is what it is.
Man, this joint looks incredible.
Like
these people, we living good right now.
And also, it's one of the few fighting games that don't have digital butt cheeks.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It's really rated T for T, T and below. Because Rivals be shout out to Rivals because they be on the verge. They be on the verge.
Rivals be wild.
They one slip if skids or people could have wardrobe malfunctions, they one wardrobe malfunction away from R rating. I promise.
Yeah, it's getting crazy.
Yeah, I tapped my screen and accidentally left the thing, but all I was saying was that the proper term for that is cell shading, and I like the cell shading. I like the comic book pop out art style, cartoon style, anime style look of a fighting game. That's the great aesthetic. It's a fighting game. It can be a cartoon. Why do we have to have hyperrealism all the time? You're about to get what is that? Virtual Fighter. Okay, you got Tekken 8, you got Street Fighter 6. Invincible Versus is trying their best. It looks ugly. That's the only thing I don't like about Invincible Versus is that they tried the hyperrealism. I'm just like, y'all didn't have to do that.
Invincible Versus kind of has sort of like a, I don't know if I say hyperreal. It has kind of like a, I don't know, maybe like a Killer Instinct
or exaggerated real, but it's R-rated, so it means it fits to Mortal. It's like it's the new age Mortal Kombat in between. Killer Instinct. So it had. I mean, it have.
Shouts out to KI. Where is KI at? I know they came back in like 2015 or something.
You know where KI is at? KI is the team that made Invincible. That's it. It's dead.
Oh,
so it ain't coming back.
Ain't no Killer Instinct.
I'm just saying it's dead.
I agree. Ain't no Killer Instinct. It's out there.
Ain't no Killer Instinct. So for the Xbox people, for people playing on PC. You better be enjoying. I hope you like what Quarter Up is doing with that. That's their game for the next 3 years, especially if it survived through. Tokon is gonna be here regardless. RC's track system is good, and I guess we can segue into maybe the next little engine that's not so little because they got the big boys of Paramount, Nickelodeon behind them. What do y'all think of the character reveals for Avatar?
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up. I was. That's a great transition.
Hey man,
so I'm gonna start off. I don't know much about the lore. I'm gonna let y'all have that, but I know the lore. I'm gonna speak on this one character, and then I'm gonna pass the mic to both of y'all, and y'all take it from here. I was right again about Iroh. Of course. Which I can't celebrate too much. That was kind of like
he was the first person.
That was an alley-oop. That was an alley-oop. But they
better have Iroh in it.
But you can't have Avatar the fight game without Iroh in it. I know he's a firebender. I know that much. I know he's a firebender, but he's old man Iroh. I'm glad to see him. I can't wait to grab the game and play it. But there's one thing I want to say about Avatar the fighting game as a whole. This game gonna be extra sweaty. Just want to let y'all know.
God,
Lord, I want to let y'all know, right? This ain't gonna be the fun-loving, mashy button like Marvel Tōkon or something. Like this is gonna be a extremely sweaty fighting game. So if your nerves ain't you ain't got nerves of steel, I wouldn't really recommend you play Avatar the fighting game because it's gonna be extra sweaty.
Yeah, let me see this. Let me see this reveal. I didn't know they ever revealed it, but y'all keep going.
Yeah, they had the reveal for 4
all
characters.
the whole
DLC,
the whole season
DLC pack, and for character 5, you got 4 choices to vote on, and so you can go through it. So the reveal was. I ain't got it in front of me. If you pull it up, we got Iroh, of course. Was it? Who was the next person that was going to guarantee be in it? Tenzin, Iroh. Which I'm happy for Tenzin, man.
Tenzin was dope on the low.
Tenzin.
The thing is, like, once you mess with his kids, that was a wrap.
Like, I mean, he's voiced by the great J.K. Simmons. I think he's actually in the game doing it. Like JK is the person they got to be able to do it, or they got a very good sound alike. But I think JK is in Invincible. I think he's actually in Invincible. I think he's like, hey, I'm up for it. So his agent is like, hey man, I'm doing it. JK, he ain't the youngest, so he's like, man, I'll do whatever. He stay working, But he's actually he's a pretty solid voice actor at this point. I mean, the man was Korra's teacher and Aang's son. You can't get much better than that. And then, Omni-Man, which, shout out to all the people who just working at it. I'm gonna come back to the camera. Look, bro, you talking Avatar, so I'm gonna pull it up. Even though I don't think
we got Lin Beifong, we got Bolin, we got Iroh, and we got the circus girl. I can't remember. Azula's friend.
The bloodbender chick.
Now come on, she was gonna be the Ty Lee.
Ty Lee, yeah. She was kind of the first time we had seen any of the pressure point joints that they was doing.
Yeah, of chi blocking.
So. Yeah, chi blocking. Like, she was hurting them on that chi block.
I thought she should have been a game from the jump, and Arrow, but at the same time, I get it. Money, you got to do some. You gotta save. Save something for the money.
This game gonna be extra sweaty, y'all.
Yeah, because they knew people were gonna love Iroh. You got to put him behind a paywall. I hate to say it, but you gotta make him pay for Iroh.
And Ty Lee is just Ty Lee might make a lot of money, and I mean I know they can't get too ridiculous. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna keep it clean, but you know how it is with some people and they waifus. So they gotta not go too ridiculous, but if they do sell skins,
I'm hoping Ty Lee has a very quick, like what's the girl with the dog on Strive, either like a very quick vibe like that, or like Makoto. Like I could see both of those styles kind of working out. And shouts to Makoto. I don't think we ever gonna see her again, but shouts to her.
Not that we need to.
Oh, you don't like Makoto?
No. I mean, I don't hate her. She's just a wasted character slot, if you ask me.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cause I thought that all Strive characters were genuinely like beloved or whatever.
You talking about Street Fighter characters?
Yeah.
So
I mean, sorry, all Third Strike characters. Sorry.
And I gotta be honest, and then they already said like how I was listening to. I saw this one live. Actually, that's one of the few things I wanted to see of Evo, because I really don't care about matches. Even I'll sit and watch a couple of matches. Shout out to Ninja Killer, that was pretty entertaining. Watching Tekken, I don't know how to play Tekken, but I was rooting for him. Shout out to the brother. But Beifong is going to play just like they're going to play like their characters. Yeah, she's an earthbender, but she is a metal bender. So we have all these subcategories. So now I say this because, you say you don't get into the whole lore of it. But here's the beautiful thing about something about like Avatar. Iroh, firebender, right?
Yeah.
But his nickname is Dragon of the West. I guarantee you he going to have that Dragon of the West move where he going to belch out a large flame. It might be slow, but you ain't going to want to get hit with it. I promise it's
Yeah.
gonna be one of the moves that's gonna fill up half of the screen. It's gonna be like a yoga flame fire. And then he gonna have the belly bump because he gonna be doing some stuff, but he gonna move. He gonna be a lot faster than what you think it is. He gonna be slow and fast at the same time. It's gonna be strange.
Did you watch it? Did you watch the devs talk about him?
Yeah, but I just know Iroh. I just know what he gonna do.
Well,
no, he can pull out.
The reason I asked that is because they said that's exactly what he's gonna be. He's gonna be slow and fast at the same time.
Like I said, I just know the character. He gonna be slow and fast at the same time. He gonna be acting like he can't move, then he gonna move really quick all up in you. And I don't know if it's gonna have a meter to it, but he's gonna have certain moves where he gonna bounce around, then he gonna be very defensive.
He gonna have slow walk speed, but his moveset gonna have him dashing across the screen and doing something like certain bursts of speed and stuff like that. But they said they didn't want to reveal too much, so he
gonna have a short hop. He ain't gonna move fast, but he gonna be able to get across the screen. His jumps and dashes are going to propel him.
And then he gonna have like a stance change or some kind of move or power up where he go to the rock hard abs. Because remember when he was in jail getting diesel.
Maybe they probably, I don't know if they gonna go that far, but they could. They might.
There's no way they're gonna leave out that story.
Will he do the Master Roshi muscles? He might.
He could. But I'm looking. I wonder if he's gonna get the lightning. How good? Because do Zuko have a lightning redirect? If Zuko don't have it, then he's gonna absolutely have something that should protect him against.
Zuko will have that. So Zuko will have that, and you'll have to time it. It'll be like a parry or something that you have to time perfectly.
There is gonna be something with Iroh that will protect him against Azula, even though in the story, Azula kind of almost killed him, but he does teaches Zuko lightning redirect, and that
Azula almost kills who?
When he sneak him, when he zapped him when they had him cornered, and she like, I know when I'm cornered, and she zaps Iroh with lightning. To get him off.
I get.
If lightning touches you, lightning touches you.
That wasn't Azula. Azula's wins come off of like either people being distracted or people like trying to protect someone else.
But I'm just saying she presses you, man. So I'm just saying I think he's gonna be built just not direct lore wise. I think they gonna have it where, if you're good with him, I just got a feeling he will do something that counteracts Azula's craziness. Because in nature, she hated him. Just if they go by lore or something, Tai Chi is just gonna be like beating you up. It just ain't nothing. Tai Li ain't no secret what she gonna do to you. Ain't gonna be no fireballs. Ain't gonna be nothing. She gonna be taking
straight hands,
dashes, flips, and paralyzing you. And it's gonna be just more of the same.
Did y'all say that metal bending chick was Toph's daughter?
Yes, Toph's daughter. She gonna zip across.
And she's dope. Like Lynn is dope, man.
So is there like a time jump in this?
Well, that's Korra.
Anime.
Yeah.
The reason I asked that is because you said Aang had a child, Toph got a child, but
Aang has 3 kids.
Children.
Yeah. So Korra,
the version of these characters they're giving us are their kid characters, but yet you're gonna get Toph's daughter in the game. Why Toph look like a little girl herself? I don't get it.
It is what it is.
They're essentially. It's kind of like Korra. Dragon Ball, where they're giving you, like the kind of known or quintessential version of those characters.
Yeah.
So. Because there's no way, like, even with like fighters, which I love, there's no way like Cell and Frieza should be fighting together because they don't even come in this. But
there's a unique interaction between Toph and that chick, ain't it gonna be in the game?
Maybe
a unique
not.
interaction where that's her daughter.
I don't know, and she might just acknowledge it, like, oh, maybe if it's depending on the story, they might be like, oh, they might just say something, or it might not be like.
So
much.
Is there like? I guess I gotta watch Avatar, but is there like an episode where this shows Toph as a grown woman, or is this always Toph as a teenager?
Well, you see Toph in the movie.
See, there's 2 series. There is Avatar Aang, and then there is The Legend of Korra.
Yeah. So you have Avatar, series, The Last Airbender. That's Aang's story, and then you have The Legend of Korra, which is Korra's story.
But the Legend of
And
Korra is a time jump, time skip.
Yeah, it's like
Yes.
it's further in the future
way
when
it's 80 years or something from now.
Yeah.
Like
80
it's,
years. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah.
See, I don't know the lore. That's why.
It goes from like I don't know, I ain't gonna say 1800s, but like, well, yeah, it was like 1800s or some in that time frame to our alternate future of the 1920s, roaring 20s, is when
Yeah.
Toph is an old woman, and that's when you meet Bolin, you meet Toph's daughter, Aang's kid, and so and
man, if
Amon.
they got to bring in some lava bending, man. They got like
They got lava bending. They got Bolin.
Yeah.
Yep. So
So
Hey,
And,
there's
and possibly Iroh.
Iroh doesn't. He doesn't lava. He doesn't lava bend.
He does lava, right?
Mm-mm. He
well,
does
no,
light.
because Fire's secondary. Well, this is X-Men, but Fire's secondary mutation is lightning, and
Well,
Earth's secondary mutation is actually the third mutation, because the secondary mutation for Earth is metal bending, but then there's lava bending because Bolin like just straight geniused it out.
yeah, because lava falls on the Earth. Possibly could be fire, but it's generally given to a earthbender that does it, and they can create it. And here's the kind of the logic behind it. I guess you can call it mutation, because in a way it
Yeah.
is, because after they created New Republic City, there were always cases of, like, say, some of the nations were, because of colonization, they don't say it too much, but it kind of happened. People with different bending traits made kids. Earth, that's why his brother is a firebender, even though they wear the Earth Kingdom colors. That's kind of, they kind of raised in the Earth Kingdom, but that's why Mako always wear a red scarf. It just kind of, just to throw a color on it. But Bolin is 100% Earthbender. You know what I'm saying? He just developed. He learned how to lava bend within the series, because they came across a very evil lava bender. He was trying to become a metal bender. He couldn't do it, and his mutation, or his secondary power, lava bending, which he got very good at. So he's gonna absolutely be a lava bender.
Yeah,
Like,
I
he's gonna
gotta get Mikey to that point, because I'm watching Korra with Mikey right now, and I gotta get him to the point where he sees a lava bending, because he's like, Bolin don't really get to do nothing. I'm like, nah, just wait, he gonna get his moment, boy.
Yeah.
He gonna get his moment to shine.
Toph's daughter, what's her name?
Lynn.
She's gonna be extremely adept at metal bending. In fact, her whole move set will probably be metal bending, and maybe she'll cut loose for a little bit of rock stuff, depending on what variation. She can do all that, but
she got super mad and lifted, like, I don't know, like lifted like the side of a building or something.
But if
like,
I have to compare it to something, she's gonna be like what's his name from X-Men? Like Red, what's his name, who fights Wolverine with the
Colossus.
No,
Omega Red, sorry.
So she's gonna be kind of like Omega Red. Like, she's gonna whip out them cables and zip.
Yeah.
And she's gonna restrain you and do all of that. So I don't know how much Earth she gonna do, but he already said they leaning into all of her metal stuff. So
this is gonna be beautiful in general.
And then the vote people with the first vote, Tenzin, I mean, he gonna probably be a little bit more, I think it'll be slower than Aang, but still fast, but he gonna be like more heavy hit. I feel like he gonna hit heavier than Aang.
Yo, when I saw Zahir's picture in the lineup, I was like, yo, Zahir is dope. Zahir is one of the, well, actually, I'm gonna be honest, all of Korra's villains were like next level.
Like, Kavira was kind of boring, but she could fight.
Yeah,
like,
Kavira. Kavira was, the thing with Kavira is that she was conniving. Like, she was governmentally dangerous.
Yeah, she caught them all when they were slipping in a time of peace, and she about to create another war. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She was low down, very dirty. Amon just was like, that's somebody you needed to take out, because you didn't need him to get no worldwide influence. Not at all. He was dangerous.
So who's the bloodbender girl? Who's the girl that bends blood?
Technically, that is what's it?
Because it's a water bending technique.
Yeah, but that would be Amon, because he is a water bender, but he can blood bend without the moon. So
Yeah.
he's just a
Because
dangerous.
his father was like some super special bloodbender back in the day.
Yeah, he was a person that I don't think he didn't kill Aang, but he tried. He got close.
Yeah.
Or did he kill Aang?
Nah, he didn't kill Aang. I'm trying to think what happened to Aang.
Because Aang, he got caught up in the Republic City violence or something. Or did he die naturally of like a natural disaster or something? I don't know.
I can't remember, but I know in the movie in the new movie we do see grown up Toph, so that's dope. And she's still funny as she used to be. I was kind of mad Sokka didn't get you know what I'm saying, his glow up moment, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, hey, y'all only got like an hour and a half, you know what I'm saying. Cause I was like, come on, man. I was like, Sokka got to get. I would have liked to see Sokka with a brand new sword, like and carrying on his, you know what I'm saying, his sword teachings. Cause like, look, Sokka was dope for a second.
Sword of the game. He got the sword in the game a little bit. It's a part of the move set. I wish he was like, maybe they'll change up the stance, but he's gonna be Sokka, man. He got to be kind of a joke character.
Yeah,
but he's gonna be dangerous. It's just
like when he got that sword, he finally got serious. I was like, oh, hold up, Sokka getting nice with it.
But they can't make him too serious. He ain't never gonna be colder than the Benders or Ty Lee. He just like on style.
The funny thing is, he probably could be, or like maybe not better, but similar to Now this I'm jumping properties again, but basically, like when Cad Bane gave Obi-Wan all that trouble because he had all that tech, all that bounty hunter tech, like Obi-Wan had a tough time dealing with Cad Bane.
I mean, he's gonna give you trouble in the game. I'm just saying, like he got all his weird boomerang tech that if you want to, like, there's 3 ways to play him. Which he's gonna have all these stances and crazy, goofy things from what they said. He gonna be annoying for anybody who figures that out, because he gonna be able to hit you coming and going and slipping and sliding. He gonna be He gonna be weird. He's gonna be kind of a joke character that is hard to hit, to pin down. Especially, they got everybody gonna play Azula and Zoku and Mei, and when she come out. And it's gonna be Rush Down City, probably with them 3. So
this game looks like I hope they don't have infinites in it, because this looked like the absolute type of game.
Have you seen the Toph combos? It will absolutely have.
Yeah, the Toph combos are crazy, and I got love for Toph, but
they're not gonna be infinite though. They're just gonna be long combos. They're not gonna be infinite.
It's gonna wipe out like 3/4 of your bar. Toph, I was like, oh yeah. I saw Toph play. I was like, I don't think I want this game. Nope. I don't think I want
this game. The funny thing is, even though, don't get me wrong, I love Marvel, I'm actually more excited about Avatar than I am Tokon.
That's because you know the lore.
Well, yeah. And also, I guess maybe because we've seen a Marvel game before. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's it.
I just also like the weirdness of where I just curious where Arxis is gonna go and who they gonna keep pulling. And I'm a Hulk guy. I mean, I like the Hulk design.
Oh yeah, they gotta come with Hulk. They gotta come with Juggernaut.
Kenny,
I don't
think they gonna do nothing. I think they gonna stick away from Sentinel and Juggernaut. I think they gonna be like, we're not giving y'all that. I think they not gonna do it. They know too well in the fight game.
I peep this. They're gonna give y'all Strongman.
Oh Lord, nah. I think he too whack.
Or not Strongman, Strong Guy. Sorry.
I think they're gonna give a Sabretooth one day, just because another nemesis, and he fast, he big enough, but he quick. If I had to bet money, I'm gonna bet money on Sabretooth coming back in a fight game. I think because he got.
Here's what I think gonna happen for Tokon. I think we're gonna get either Juggernaut or Colossus. Not no time soon.
Yeah.
But or no.
Because we got to get some big boys in here.
Yeah. I've got a big boy for you. Scratch that. Scratch Juggernaut and Colossus, because they've both been in the game before. We've talked about Arxis putting characters that have never been in the game, but they're Marvel characters. Gladiator.
I'd love to see
Gladiator.
Gladiator.
Gladiator. That's what I'm talking about. He's weird enough. He's alien. He would be anime friendly. Like his style lends itself to our arc system.
Gladiator.
He flies. He's ready made built for their style. Absolutely.
And I got another one for y'all. Professor X. He's never been in the fight game.
I mean, you got Loki. Anything's possible.
And the Professor X, of course, the Professor X with Lilandra's armor that she made for him. So he can't. So he's not gonna be in a wheelchair. This is Professor X with Lilandra's armor.
Yeah, I mean, either with the armor or Professor X with the with the Krakoa helmet with the cerebral helmet.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go. In fact, I'm gonna say
maybe an alternate costume. Yeah.
No. You know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go a step further. We're gonna tap into our anime brains. You're not gonna get Professor X. You're gonna get Deathbird, and you're gonna get Gladiator.
Who is Deathbird?
That's the sister.
Is Lilandra's crazy sister.
But she's not as known as Gladiator.
Danger ain't known either. And
Danger. When they pulled that, I was like,
but
whoa.
Deathbird
is known.
But I'm saying Deathbird got the look. She is.
But look though, y'all know the X-Men '97 cartoon coming out.
Yeah,
in a couple
tomorrow.
Days. Okay,
tomorrow.
Okay, so listen. A lot of the people that's gonna show up in that cartoon are in Marvel Tōkon. They're leading up to this. First of all, Danger is responsible for a lot of the stuff we're about to see in this next season.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
she does make a little appearance. I think they did show her.
You think they're gonna conflate?
She's not the main villain. She's responsible for a lot of stuff. She's
okay because
her system has been corrupted by Apocalypse.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm wondering if they're gonna conflate all these because they in the first season they conflated like 3 different storylines, and they did it well. So you might be right, mate. You know what I'm saying? It just seems like a lot.
And
to
listen,
handle.
Bishop has never been in the fighting game. I can see Bishop showing up in Marvel Tōkon later on down the line.
Deathbird is in season 1 of '97. She was the one who said y'all the ghetto of the Milky Way.
But you saw how Gladiator was like, all right, sit down.
Well, I do. I know who Deathbird is. I'm saying the average Marvel, fan they know who Gladiator is more so than Deathbird because
I think
Gladiator he tanked the punch from Juggernaut. That's an iconic moment.
But Deathbird, she was a boss in Ultimate Alliance. She's a Lilandra sister. And she got a look, man. She got waifu, anime. Oh yeah,
she got waifu written all over her.
Anime villainous waifu, step on me, mommy looks all day long. Like that.
Yeah.
She will. I'm telling you, she get released. She gonna be in the cosplay circuit tomorrow, the next day.
Now here's some more characters. Here's some more characters that all the Summers brothers need to be there. Alex Summers and then Vulcan. All the Cyclops brothers need to be in there. Because Cyclops is going to be in the game for sure because it's Cyclops. You can't have Wolverine and Storm without Cyclops.
But you know what? I just would be happy with just Cyclops. I don't really care about his brothers, me personally.
Vulcan was dope, like when they introduced him.
He's the strongest Summers. He's the strongest Summers brother.
I would like them to retcon and murder off any connection that he ain't got no brothers and siblings. Just make them just something else. That's just me randomly spout.
Yeah,
just make Cyclops an orphan.
Yeah, when Vulcan, what was it? Someone in the comments, let me know.
I mean,
who did Vulcan get wrecked by in Krakoa? Was it Storm? Did Storm sit him down? Somebody was like,
whoever has ice powers can wreck Vulcan.
There was like, whoever it was like, oh, energy manipulation. That's interesting. And like they sat him down, like Vulcan. I want to say it was Storm, but I can't remember who it was. But basically, there was like Vulcan. I get it. You got a little something, but I'm next level. I can't remember who it was. But
I say, give us. I'm actually kind of want Deathbird because I just know she would look good. I mean, I know. For the crazy reason I said, but she also would look good in the game.
Yeah.
So here's a good 4-man team up then, because this is about team ups with this game. Gladiator, Deathbird, Lilandra, and Professor X. That'd be the Shi'ar Empire.
That could work, but they've been
Give it
doing
to me.
weird teams, like people that don't really match.
That's kind of weird anyway.
No.
yeah.
Listen, Professor X with Lilandra, with Gladiator, and with Deathbird is the Shi'ar Empire.
Or
How come not?
if you don't do
Professor X
Lilandra,
is.
or if you don't do Lilandra, that's when you introduce Phoenix and just throw her in as the weird
Introduce
part.
Phoenix.
Or just put Phoenix into that team just to be like a professor, you know.
Nah. Phoenix gonna have her own joint. Phoenix not. If she make it to the game, if she make it,
She might
Tokon,
not. Yeah. She
Yeah.
might be too.
But
too
I'm
regular.
saying, in the spirit of it being weird 4-man team up,
But Lilandra would be weird.
why would it be weird? That's the Shi'ar Empire right there.
I'm just saying that.
That's literally the Shi'ar Empire.
Have we
don't
ever
know what
seen
she do.
Lilandra fight anybody?
No, she shoot and she got mental powers or something, and she a big tall bird.
I know she has mental powers, but that's it.
Yeah,
But I
and
mean,
she got her
maybe she got hands. You never know.
I mean, she's
I mean,
a
it's
giant
a fighting
bird
game.
lady.
No, he talking about Lilandra, not Deathbird.
I mean, she's still tall. Like,
He said she's still tall.
She's still big. She's like, a little taller than that.
I'm just
Professor.
saying, in the spirit of putting characters in the Marvel fighting game that has never been in there, Professor X and Gladiator for sure, right?
Or-
if not Deathbird or Lilandra, and then we could go back into the X-Men, X-Men area, because we got a lot of Marvel stuff we could do. Oh, Nightcrawler, never been in the fighting game. I could definitely see Nightcrawler showing up in Marvel Tokon. I'm actually certain that he's going to be part of the DLC Season 1 package. I feel
Or
like
do you
Nightcrawler is going to
think-
be in there.
They will have some more synergy with rivals. Not that they try to do it on purpose. What do you think they could be some characters that I don't think Jubilee is coming to Rivals, so I don't think she's gonna be in a fighting game.
Jubilee's
They're
coming to
not.
Rivals. Of course she is.
No.
Yeah.
That's the announced characters. They just haven't showed their trailers yet. Jubilee.
No,
and,
I know she's announced, but what I'm just
Yeah,
saying
I'm
is
saying.
like, of course, a game like Rivals would have Jubilee in it.
I mean,
Yeah.
hey, look, but she gonna be the grown version of Jubilee. All right, we gonna go there. Let's
We'll
start with
see,
that.
because I know how y'all do out there.
She
Y'all
will have
love
Guna-
them. Y'all
she
love
will-
them.
She's
I'll
gonna
say
have Guna
youthful-looking
skins.
people.
She's gonna be grown because this is the lore where her son is a dragon. So at least the lore that they're gonna do that she's gonna be like a horse.
Is this after she became a vampire?
We ain't gonna worry about that no more.
Oh,
She's gonna be.
he said,
just
"Don't worry about that
throw
story."
that- They probably gonna just throw that in as a skin for Halloween in the future.
Did
to
she
make
ever
money.
be? Was she ever? I guess unvampired. Like,
I
or-
don't know. But she's gonna be a horseman. She's gonna be a horseman. She's gonna be working with Apocalypse because she's trying to. They have the lore already written in the game. That she's trying to work with Apocalypse to get a cure for her son Shingo to turn him back to a human from a dragon. So they're gonna play up. So it's kind of like they're gonna pull it from everything and then they're gonna play around with it. But she will have a horseman thing. Magic, I think, will be one of the horsemen.
You know who looked dope
Maybe.
as a horseman in the comics? Your boy Gambit actually looked kind of dope as a horseman.
Gambit should probably be one of them, and they probably go whoever was a horseman that's in the game will probably be in it. Speaking of which, I wonder if they ever will bring. Well, Angel probably won't ever
Storm
make
was
it.
a horseman?
They could make They could bring Angel to the game.
Storm was a horseman.
Why she?
But then
not-
again,
She
yeah,
was pestilence. She was pestilence.
Oh yeah, man.
Angel will be cool, but I don't want Angel the game because we don't need no more DPS. Then they'll just make him
I don't.
Spider-Man bait.
Yeah,
Just
I don't
make him
want-
Spider-Man bait.
I don't want Angel. Archangel to me is a character. It's like, ugh, stop it.
Yeah,
He can
it's
fly.
like,
he can
He
fly.
looked cool, but he didn't really like do much.
But Archangel, all he has is wings to fly. He doesn't have there's nothing wowing about it. He's not a wow character. Oh wow, Archangel.
But you know,
Like, stop. Man.
But if
Stop.
the Chinese love him, they'll make him have give him the spirit of I don't know, of some dragon, and then all his things will home and track you unless it's Spider-Man. Of course, if you playing Blade, he'll just shoot on top of you because he got to kill you first.
I mean, please
Blade.
don't give me Archangel for the Tokon or Rivals, or just like leave Archangel. Let Archangel be one of them fodder characters like Beast or something. Like, because Beast is never Beast is not going to show up in Marvel Rivals or Marvel Tokon. Like
People
Beast,
want him in Marvel Rivals for some reason.
but
I'm
what?
Like,
What is Beast going to do? Like, but
he
what
can
is
be a
gonna do?
tank. He could be some strat tank if they start doing.
He'll be a
combos,
brawl
but-
tank, but like Beast, come on.
But at the same time, what's another tank
But-
if they
but-
don't
but
give you
here-
shield?
But here's the thing: there's Havoc is right there. Havoc has never been in the fight. Well, take that back. Havoc has been in the fighting game. It's called the X-Men Battle Fight game. But Havoc, to me, is cooler than Cyclops. Of all the Summers brothers, my favorite Summers is Alex Summers.
I don't know, man. The way they've been doing the PR for him, and he's standing up for people's rights and crazy, going to jail. Summers, Scott is like the man right now. So
No. I'm not saying Scott.
Oh,
is
you
trash.
mean Scott
I said-
post I guess House of M. Scott, he on his activist now. Like Scott don't play.
My favorite Summers, even though Havoc is not, listen, he's an anti-hero. He's not necessarily a hero. Havoc is my favorite Summers. Of all the three Summers brothers, including Daddy Summers, my favorite
Daddy
Summers, I don't know his name. That's why I call him Daddy.
What, Corsair?
Corsair, okay. Because what is his power anyway? He's a space pirate. But anyway.
Yeah, he's just a space pirate, I think. I don't think he has like an actual mutation.
My favorite Summers of all the brothers is Havoc. Vulcan is the strongest, but Havoc is my guy. I like growing up as a kid. I'm talking about as a kid, watching X-Men, because Havoc was in the old X-Men cartoons. He did show up. He was there a lot.
Okay, I got another
I like
weird
Havoc.
choice for you that they could put in that has a look that's edgy 90s. That is a mutant. Domino.
How would they do that in the fight game? Maybe
Guns.
for rival, definitely for rival. But what would
Guns.
she do in the?
Guns.
We got
skippity-doo.
Deadpool for that.
She just a lady Deadpool, because eventually these powers are gonna have to overlap a little bit.
Yeah,
Like-
because they're already doing in the actual work.
Because you remember when Capcom, because people were laughing, I think it was shout out to the Maximilian dudes, were like, oh, remember that excuse when Capcom said we couldn't put Blade in there because we got Dante and we got Deadpool and we got such and such. Like, go figure. Now we can have Blade in the game and you got all this other stuff.
Yeah, it's like
Just
it's
figure out the
funny.
powers.
It's funny that how all of a sudden you can't do it no more.
Yeah, because they wanted to make Dante.
Because let's be
Dante
honest,
their property.
Dante is White Blade.
Yes, I've said it.
Well, Dante and Virgil was in Capcom 3, so I see what y'all talking about. I see. And those are definitely sword characters that overlap. Yeah.
I mean, even though if this was Smash Brothers, they'll just have 20 of them, but they don't care. You getting all of what's that game? They RPG sword.
You breaking up a little bit, or is that me?
Probably
Nah,
me, but
Cool breaking up a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. I thought.
you hear me?
Yeah, we
You
got
hear
you.
me? So it's just saying, like, Nintendo put all their sword fighters in the game from their properties. They ain't care because they know what sells in those JRPG anime fighters, and that's what they style to keep on. Man, I'm just glad for we got Blade.
Cool.
right, so he's breaking up real
you're
bad
breaking
now.
up again now. Like it's real bad.
Real bad now.
All right, maybe beat me. I'm moving around. Is this
Yeah,
better?
that's
Okay.
better.
I'll stay still then. But like I'm on my back massager, y'all. Look, I'm talking and I'm getting massaged because hey man, this is just we just chopping it up. But any other stuff from
Yes.
Evo?
I don't think this is from Evo, but GTA said, "Look, if you ain't broke, holla at me." They said,
Hey,
"Look,
man, we went over the.
look."
Yeah, we popped off about GTA 6 on my channel.
Go ahead, Mike. Pop off.
Yeah, it's
Well-
your turn, Mike. It's your turn, so
Here's the thing.
We done beat this in dead horse now, so it's your turn.
Here's the thing. Here's how I feel about it in general. Like I knew all the broke talk was gonna happen, but it's like you ain't fooling nobody. This whole nation is in a recession, so like the people that's complaining about the price ain't the only people hurting. All right, they not. This whole idea like everybody got money, but the one guy that says $100 is too much for a game. Now, I also kind of see where TJStorm was talking about, where he's like, "Yo, game's been $100." You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Yeah,
Because
that's not new.
they force you to like pay for all this stuff. So technically, yes, you could buy the base for like $50 or so. But like
80.
after they nickel and dime you after like season
you
two
just
or
spent
three,
it,
you done spent $100. So,
but
I kind of
people.
feel like that too. But this idea, like, oh, we just going to financially shame you, like this whole nation ain't messed up. Like, bruh, if you don't stop,
I'll
everybody
say
broke.
this. First of all, it's video games. It's a form of entertainment. Look, there's a movie I thought I want to see, Supergirl. I might, but I'm not in a rush. I might just save my money. I'm gonna see it at home. There's a good chance of
Yeah,
that. So I don't
I'm gonna
care,
watch it at home. I'm gonna watch
But
it at home.
and it's just that, now for me, I have the money. Like I said, when I bought my last video game systems, I actually sold used cars that I wouldn't use anymore to buy those systems. I have saved up enough money where if I want to get GTA, it's not gonna hurt me. I am a financially stable, working 9 to 5 person. As much as I can be. $100 here and there for entertainment purposes, especially for something I'm gonna get a lot of time of,
yeah.
might be
Because
more
if
value to
this
me.
is a
But if
game
you're
that you're
like,
gonna end up playing like 200 plus hours or 300 hours or something,
Yeah,
you
you're
know,
gonna be
yeah,
on that joint.
then you could say it's
'cause
worth it. But there is that argument of saying like, yeah, but a one-time cost, even at $80 for a video game, it's becoming a luxury product when
it is a luxury product.
it used to be a product for like, you know what I'm saying, like anybody, like the working class man, and now it's like,
You know,
is it? But like I said, you could always buy, buy it on sale, like when it comes out later. But of course, people
oh,
want to play
it's
games when it's new. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it's not going on sale for probably about a year and a half. The only
Yeah.
It's
reason why
not
it
going.
might go on
It's not
sale,
going on sale at all for a minute, maybe 3 years.
yeah,
No, but I'm
maybe
just
three
saying when it
years.
does, you can catch it on sale. Because I
But
mean,
by then,
y'all been playing the game so
but
long.
here's the
I
thing:
mean, five so long anyway.
by the time you catch it on sale, you're gonna wind up trying to play catch up because the game is gonna be so broken with codes and the stuff they sell and the upgrades.
Mm,
You're gonna feel like a scrub coming into it. I already know I am because I'm not gonna spend the money. I'm gonna grind. That's why I'm gonna grind early if I'm able to do online, or I'm not gonna do online. Either I already told my cousin because he played. I'm asking anybody who played this now. If you want to play with me, the moment hopefully it's not just RP. RP is a little bit much, but I might do it this time. But looking at RP and what you're doing now, I don't really want to like give my life to the game,
mm.
and play
Yeah,
like
you gonna
sim.
have to.
You
That's what they
know,
looking for.
I just want to do online heists and go rob people and have fun, and then any additional storyline beats, and maybe just some goofy stuff. But you really gonna need to like play with a crew or play on private servers because the way they talk, that way people be jacking in that game, which it is Grand Theft Auto, that you better have that tool on you at all times. Like it's almost reality in the
Dang.
wrong neighborhood, and then that's money. Even if you spend real world money on it, you lose your stuff. Like the real world, if you get robbed, that's crazy to me.
Which I wanted to. I'm glad you brought that up, and we mentioned it, of course, on my channel, but I want to mention it again. That aspect of it. I don't plan on playing Grand Theft Auto 6, and it ain't because I think it's trash or I'm hating on anybody, or I ain't got $100. That's none of that. That's none of that. I actually don't like the system that they're putting into this thing, where your crew can jack you. Somebody put a hit out on you and they rob all your stuff, especially if you spent real world money. And you got to start over, either buy it again or grind for it again. And what that says to me from a developer mindset, because me and NERDSoul, I say it's a lot. We know a couple of gaming developers, so we kind of know how these things work, business wise, production wise, and stuff like that. The way that, and then the new AI system that they're putting in there, where the AI is starting to learn your habits and how you escape the cops, and they'll set up roadblocks and make sure you don't get away to where you're going to lose all your stuff, go to jail, and all this stuff. They're incentivizing you to stay on this game because once you lose all of your stuff, you're going to want naturally to grind back and get it again. having not touched your other games, your other backlog of games, and if you got the 2 terabyte SSD card where you can hold a bunch of stuff, or you can hold this big 250, 300 gigabyte GTA 6 game and other stuff. If you own a copy of the other games like Wolverine, which is itself going to be 60 gigabytes, and all the fighting games and all the shooting games, Marvel vs. Modern Warfare 4, Halo, NBA 2K, Madden, you have a lot of games. You're not going to be playing them because you're going to be spending so much time on Grand Theft Auto 6 getting back all the stuff you lost that you got robbed for, or you went to jail and the cops confiscated you. Because you're going to be spending a lot of your time in the prison system inside of GTA 6, which is another segue. I don't like the prison system. I don't like the fact that you can literally go to jail. The time that you're going to serve, whatever crime it is real world time, not video game time. So if your character, yes, they may speed up the clock slightly to where a day and the game is maybe 4 or 5 hours of real world time. That's a full day. I don't know, but I do know that it takes 35 minutes to travel one side to the map to the other side. 35 real world minutes.
Think it's gonna be not official, but I did hear that rumor too about how you don't just respawn if you get arrested. You're gonna serve a little bit of time. Don't know if it's gonna be real time. No. But it's gonna take money from you. It's definitely going to.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. More than likely, you're gonna be broke when you go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
You can't find yourself out. You have good time, and you can go to jail for stealing cars. Because if that is true, here's the thing: the AI is set up to where, as you commit crimes on the game, the NPCs are going to hold up their cell phones and record you committing crimes.
Oh yeah.
Now the AI is so sophisticated in the game that it's going to start building a case against you. So as you keep stealing these cars, you're gonna snatch somebody out the driver's seat, jump in their car and drive off, which is what Grand Theft Auto is. The cops gonna meet you down the street and you going to jail.
In fact, the reason
this is Grand Theft Auto, mind you.
I won't say it's completely impossible because did you play Grand Theft Auto Vice City?
I played all of them up to 5. I played 5. That's the last one I played.
It don't happen often, but if you try to steal the Lamborghini with the parody cops, you don't know that they're cops, but they're basically Miami Vice cops. They're a parody of Miami Vice. They will get out and arrest you if you try to steal them out of their Lamborghini. That happened to me. So they've had the beginning feature of that way since Vice City.
But it was just that one car. Now it's every car.
That one, yeah. So that one car will pop up random, and you can avoid it.
Here's why I don't like that feature. Again, I'm not saying the game is trash or that I'm not trashing Grand Theft Auto. I want everybody to have a good time. I'm actually really not hating on Grand Theft Auto 6. I want y'all to enjoy yourselves because Grand Theft Auto 6 actually does look dope. Why I'm not gonna play it is because I don't want to be. In other words, I spend enough time on Marvel Rivals, which I can't wait to stop playing that so I can get my other games. I want to get, I need Halo to come out. I need Avatar the Fighting Game to come out. Marvel Tōkon, Modern Warfare 4, Halo. Okay, I need all these games to come out so that I can actually have my excuse to cut Rivals off. Grand Theft Auto 6 is gonna be a situation where you're gonna come home from work or whatever you're doing with your life, whoever you are listening, you're gonna be anxious to get back on Grand Theft Auto 6, which is this incentivizing you to keep playing, which is the marketing technique that they're doing. They spent $2 billion on this game. Trust and believe. They've already thought this through. They've had great minds putting together. They knew what they wasn't trying to do in the beginning, and I feel like it's very sinister and very archaic because the game is actually gonna be very unforgiving, which is the point of it all is to incentivize you to keep playing. But that's my thing. You didn't have to I never stole that Lamborghini car that Coop was talking about.
Yeah, I remember
I didn't care about it.
I remember it visually because it was also an instant loss that they had a strong.
I never did that. I never cared about that car. It's never happened to me, which I'm aware that it is a thing, but I just didn't care to steal that car.
Yeah,
But
they
in
wouldn't
on
let
this,
you get away when they come out. They whip their gun out. You automatically lose that battle.
and here's the crazy part. The storyline of GTA 6 is this Bonnie and Clyde type situation with this guy and this girl. Y'all are gonna be committing crimes, robbing convenience stores, robbing banks, so on and so forth. The storyline itself is also gonna add to your criminal whatever. So the game is gonna get progressively harder as the story progresses. And I think with all Grand Theft Auto games, at the end, you got to fight dang near an army of agents at the end. You know, that's kind of like the thing. That's how it is.
If anything,
But
if it goes from like 5, basically, when you screw up in certain neighborhoods for a while, or it might be permanent, you cannot go in that neighborhood without getting shot at.
yeah,
Like once you screw over the wrong person or you kill the wrong person, they're gonna be gangs that there's no help for you. And that's always near the bottom where you get closer. They will shoot at you when you pass by.
and at the end of the day, as 6 comes out, that's gonna be to the 5th power. Which
Because,
all
man,
of it is in incentivizing you to keep playing. So my thing is, I don't like the algorithm that they're creating or this AI that they're creating, because I also feel like it's collecting data on you as an individual. The $2 billion spent to create a game, I feel like there's some technology in there that y'all not telling us about.
I have to agree. Again, there is a part of me that's be like, am I a part of the problem? Because I don't like
Right.
I don't want to play Prison the Simulator. I don't.
I don't.
Like
myself.
I don't want to
do
play
not.
that.
I
I don't want to
not.
have no. I don't want, because it's going to be. Let's just call it a spade. Even though the white boy is the protagonist, but his lady is a dark Latina. It's gonna be black people in there in jail and all the stereotypes.
Yeah.
And then when you get to like your online character for online and RP, if the prison system is there, I do not want to play that. I don't want to play Prison the Simulator where you got to break out and then you stay being wanted until you buy ding 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 a shark card to get your stuff off. You're probably not gonna be able to get your wanted off as easy until you buy a patch or something to make you a new person, or you definitely got to spend constantly to get your clothes and stuff changed. So I want to play the game like I've always played it since 4, but definitely love 5, love the story. I want to play for the story. I can't front. Like it's in the South. Is they finally come back to Vice City. I know Vice City ain't exactly the true South, but it is the South because you will be going through the swamps. I do want to harass some swamp people. I want a pet alligator. I mean, look, bro, there's gonna be some straight up. I'm gonna just say this: they're gonna be rednecks and MAGA hats. I'm going to harass.
I mean, listen, the KKK is on Red Dead Redemption, so I am going to
go in that swamp, and I'm going to, if I'm gonna load up with guns, and I'm gonna live out some wild John Wick fantasies. I mean, I'm in Louisiana, y'all, so the swamp is right around the corner, So I'm just saying, I'm gonna have some fun. And if they let me have a gator, I gotta get a gator, bro. Like I got to have a pet gator when I go to the swamp. Hopefully, let me get a bear. I know that you're gonna have a bear probably attack you, so you're gonna have to kill some wildlife or deal with it. I want the ATVs. I want to go mud trucking. Like this is the stuff. Like this is not even the story. I know that I will be able to do playing the game just even without the jail aspect. I will be able to play all like I'm in the Nitro Circus with Dave Mirra and Tony Hawk.
Not Dave Mirra.
Like I will be on bikes. I will be on boats. I will do all the swamping stuff, and I will get randomly.
Oh, you're breaking up. You're breaking up again.
Oh, I just want to see if I'm gonna get randomly eaten by a giant alligator. Oh, you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
So I just want to see all this wild stuff. I'm tempted to just buy the $80 game, but then I don't want it to affect the storyline for me. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's
clear.
like, why don't they? This is my issue with it. So they're like, okay, you can get the $80 game, but when you do, you can never get the stuff that the $100 people get. So they're not getting the full game, and they're not, at least, and correct me if I'm wrong, the way it was stated was like you can't never get it unless you get the deluxe. Like you can't never build up to it. You can't never like win it. or
I'll
nothing
say
like
this.
that. So why
I,
not just say the game is $100?
I don't know how detrimental it is to you completing the game, but
Mhm.
you'll have a head start, and then you'll be able to it'll probably be easier if you need to change your identity, like when you got to get a weird haircut or a mullet or something, because they show that, or different things. And then they got the Vice City clothes you'll never get if you don't get the $100 pack.
Ah,
You know what I think it is.
The Miami Vice
NERDSoul.
clothes, I should say.
NERDSoul, here's what I
yeah.
think it is, bro. I think the $80 versus the $100 is just some doggone cosmetic stuff.
That's it.
That's how I feel. I don't
Yeah.
feel like it has anything to do. And see, nobody knows anything because the game comes out in November. This is pre-orders, and everybody think they know what they're talking about. No, I feel like, I mean, it's right there in the description box when you look at
Yeah.
the deluxe edition versus the standard edition. It's cosmetic stuff.
Yeah, and some guns. Like it's not
Some
it's
guns.
not going to stop you because you can outplay. I think they're
Yeah.
not gonna build it where
So
if you don't pay the extra dollars, you can't get
yeah,
the game.
I feel like
But-
the $80 version, you're gonna be able to play through the story.
Yeah.
You're gonna get some nice cars if you can afford to buy them. You're gonna be able to build up your money and play. You're gonna have access to everything the game has to offer, minus the DLC content
Now,
and the online content.
my question is this:
I think it's just cosmetic stuff.
every GTA has done this, even through 5. They had cheats in the game. Now, I did notice one thing about from 4. 4 still had good cheats. The cheats in 5 were still good, but they weren't game breaking where that you can pretty much help you.
Mhm.
It will save you. Do you think they keep the tradition of cheats alive, or do you think this is about to be it? No cheats.
No, yeah, I think I'm gonna answer that. $2 billion, Coop.
Mhm.
$2 billion.
Or will they give you like 5 cheats? Like you get like a couple of bullets and a couple
billion
guns.
dollars creating this game that there will be no more cheats. You are going to either pay or play or
Bruh,
both.
if they can't give me
You go
a couple of
because it's
cheats.
$2 billion.
for at least a regular bazooka and a couple of Uzis, like
Nah,
I
they want you
understand.
to buy them joints. They want you to. Listen. They get paid, or they get revenue off of people just logging in and playing. Because you're gonna have to have online connection, even though it's not an online game, even though it's an offline game. You're gonna have to have an online internet connection to even play Grand Theft Auto 6. That's right there in the description box. First thing. Second thing. $2 billion to make this game. Now they've pretty much made that back already with the pre-order. Get that. But that's not, they didn't know that they were going to make that money back in the pre-orders. They already have a business plan. They're going to execute that business plan. They plan to profit off of this game for a very long time, for some years to come.
And with the AI integration, they're probably profiting off of it in some way, shape, or form by selling your information.
That's the point. And see, you worded it better than I would have worded it, Nerd. So that was my last reason for not wanting to play. I feel like this new sophisticated AI that they're putting in this game, I feel like it's collecting personal data on you. And what do I mean by personal data? Because I don't have a PlayStation camera to watch what I'm doing. No, I feel like your behaviors and decisions in the game, they're gonna build a profile of you
Like
as you as an individual, a psych profile of you, and they're gonna feed that data to whoever buys data, and I feel like it's big. It's beyond gaming, and it's kind of scary.
Yeah,
I'm not scared of AI. That's the thing. Like a lot of people feel like AI is gonna take over the world. It's like my issue isn't AI. My issue is the Wizard of Oz. The wizard himself hiding behind the curtain controlling the machine, not the machines, because the machines don't have emotions or feelings. And people were like, well, AI will take over the world. And it's like the Matrix. Like, I don't think people understand that world domination is an emotion and machines don't have emotion. What would AI gain by controlling our world? What do they have to gain? They don't have emotions like we do. A person that wants to be a tyrant king ruler, that's an emotion. they get a rush or a kick out of controlling people, enslaving people, and dictating people. That is to feed their ego. AI has no ego, but you can program it to do things and it'll follow your directives because it's just following your directives. So I don't have an issue with AI. I have an issue with the Wizard of Oz, the wizard himself. Y'all get the point. You get the reference, right?
To expand upon that, basically the tool is going to be disgusting and pervasive, but what do they want to do with the tool? So here are some thoughts. Here's what some people thinking. And me and you said this, other people are starting to say this, but if they heard it from us or people just getting collective brain thought.
Right.
The ads and the jokes in GTA always been funny, always been great. And then they actually spend a lot of money on real world music licensing. So that ain't cheap. That's only going, that cost is only going up. So you know they're not gonna cut, like there's a certain standard that Rockstar must do when it comes to GTA.
Yeah.
So the music is gonna cost you more to have all the old classics from like the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. Now we get in the 2010s, which those newer songs still that are new retro ain't cheap. So especially if the people are alive or they ain't got no other way and they got their legality together, somebody got to pay that money to these few people that own every type of bit of music that's been licensed if it ain't indie. And you still got to pay, right? Because, I think Too Short own his masters. You got to break Too Short off his money. You might have to break Jive or Tommy Boy off their money, even them.
They're gonna be hitting they're gonna be hitting y'all account when y'all play this game online. I hope you know that.
Yeah,
they're gonna be hitting y'all account. They're gonna be like, "That's copyright,"
which is so stupid. That's why you have to literally turn. Shout out again to the streamers who figure it out, because it's funny. Like even like some of the big dudes, like Maximilian, he'd be like, "I gotta turn this music off. Y'all ain't about to stop my money." You're like, no DMCA hit me.
They just play with the sound effects. They don't have music playing.
Or he plays a lot of. He got some indie artists that he play that he's cool with. That he play their music and throw some nondescript copyright music on. So it's gonna probably tear us alive. So with that said, this is probably the first time GTA is gonna start off with regular in-game ads. That's funny, ha ha ha. Don't be surprised if they start selling packs to. If they don't do voiceover for them, I think you're gonna go back to the old games where you might see a Pizza Hut, you might see a KFC, you might see, an H&M ad. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just digitally in the game on the side of it, you're gonna. I think by year 2, you're gonna see real ads in this game that you can't get away from. Or if you listen to the radio, I think they're gonna start selling real ad space within the jokes of it to make it just more real. Like, because the system is already there. You have a radio system, like a radio station that this thing is known for, because you're gonna be driving. So you're gonna be listening to ads. You're gonna listen to people. What if the UFC want to buy some ad space? What if NFL might actually, you know what? NFL might not do it. UFC totally would do it because they trash. So why not? Or you might get some like Barstool Sports or something that just start, or anybody like, or the podcast people like Joe Rogan, or you might get some from the other side of it. You never know. But what if it's worth it for that person to be like, hey, I'm in GTA and they sponsoring each other. They putting money for ads. They sponsoring GTA. Here's my code to get a little discount on GTA, or to get you some free guns and skins if you listen and play the game and use my code. So therefore, the beast can literally feed itself like any other thing. When GTA is going to have more eyes on it than most Hollywood movies ever. Like, I want to see Supergirl, but it's not doing good. I saw He-Man. He-Man didn't do that good. Movies don't live on and breathe like a living metaverse world like a GTA or a Fortnite or even Rivals. They added a beach. Go to the homies page. You saw what we was doing on the beach. What we was using example. We saw the pictures Open Mind was taking for fun. But that's Rivals, and you could just go to the beach and they're e-dating with a couple of basic emotes. They're e-dating. Yep. Like, I don't have my proximity chat on. I don't talk to nobody. I don't have no chat on no more in the game. I don't see nothing what they saying in the beach. If I do something stupid, I don't know what they saying to me. They all NPCs to me. I treat you like cartoon characters. I don't know. But I forgot, like, oh yeah, they actually are talking and they're being weird in the chat right now while they're gooning on this beach, like how they do when I go to New York, but it was Time City, but I turned it off. So that's just Rivals, and that's a free game. Even though it's a lot of money flowing through it, when it's something like GTA that is truly a alternate universe that will be built upon itself, whatever, I do think this is the time that real ads are coming, and then that psych evaluation can be put in there. Maybe somebody goes to the gun shop in the game a lot. Boom, boom, boom. They sell that information, but like, hey, come down to like Guns R Us USA, like the real world start hitting you up on your YouTube or whatever, and this and that. And then it's feeding it back, your game profile back to you. Now,
I definitely feel like that's a thing because we can't prove it until you play it. But I feel like $2 billion is a lot of money to put into. They ain't spend that money
for nothing.
They didn't spend it for nothing. And my last reason for not playing it is because the file gonna be too big to fit in my PlayStation. It's just gonna be too big. It's gonna be at least 300 gigabytes. I don't know how many gigabytes because it won't. That's the one thing it doesn't tell you when you go to buy it online. In the PlayStation
gonna
store.
Be at least 200.
But I feel like it's gonna be at least 250, 300 gigabytes, and that's just base game. They still got the add-on content gonna be at least 50 gigabytes because all video games have add-on content that's separate gigabytes from the base game. So
I can tell you now, Overwatch. Y'all out of here. Like y'all will finally have y'all funeral.
Yeah,
I wanted to come back, but
and for me, it's gonna be Rivals. Rivals is 100 gigabytes. I have to delete it so I can put Halo on there because me and NERDSoul have some journeys to conquer. And Halo is already shown that it's 110 gigabytes. I need that space. And then Marvel Tōkon, Avatar. And
I'm losing my homie on Rivals, man. He already going to his old shooter.
Listen,
look, I ain't playing Halo in a minute. And I got somebody to play with now, so I'm like, word.
Because I know NERDSoul. We're gonna turn that into a podcast. Like we gonna be streaming ourselves sometimes on his channel, sometimes on my channel, but we're gonna be playing Halo while discussing, current events and gaming. This is what we're gonna do. So it's just gonna be the backdrop for us.
I feel left out already.
Halo. I'm gonna start the game. I'm gonna beat it on easy. I'm gonna beat it on normal. I'm gonna beat it on hard. I'm gonna beat it on hardest. I'm doing the same thing I always do.
I'm glad you mentioned Halo. I'm gonna say this, and I'm probably gonna be able to get off because it's getting a little late.
Oh yeah. We'll wrap it up for y'all.
Xbox, y'all. Okay, so you better enjoy your Halo while you can. I think Halo is safe. It's just been one ish show since the Marvels. Since the showcase. It's been one bad news after the other. Y'all was complaining about Cerebon and Phil and all that. Asha Sharma don't care about none of y'all. I'll tell y'all that now. She has to go ahead, her. Matt Booty, and she is the voice of Microsoft. Microsoft went from we gonna be back and this and that to like we're gonna cancel. We're going to cut and sell off, spin off everything that we acquired that makes us Xbox or makes us Microsoft Gaming. And they're double talking. Let's just say what it is. They're double talking both sides of their mouth. They're like, we don't want to be Microsoft Gaming, but we also want to be Microsoft Gaming. We want Xbox to come back, but we're selling all the studios that Xbox bought. I do think that rumor is true. I don't think they'll ever be able to do it. If somebody gave them an offer, let's just say Amazon say, hey, bet, we want to take Xbox off your hand. Microsoft is getting out of the console Xbox business tomorrow. They lying to y'all. Whoever believes this, they are not in the business of wanting to stay in Xbox. The thing has lost too much money. It is publicly known. Like they are putting, I could read this in Polygon. And then they're telling
why they're losing money? Because everyone is losing money because we're in a recession. But you got these folks like, y'all broke. It's like, no, bro, we all broke.
And how do you get out of recession?
A dozen eggs cost $42.99. All right, everybody.
And shout out to the people who put it together. And again, I know I'm referencing Max a lot. They said they say these things, but they're Microsoft. Y'all help cause these problems with AI that y'all invest in. So you're saying we want to come back, but we're heavily invested in the thing that is a function that is creating it. That don't make no sense, y'all. What do you think they're making their money from? They're not making gamers, nerds, fandom people. I'm gonna say this again. Xbox is not making money. Xbox is not its own business. Xbox cannot tell Microsoft what to do. Xbox is going to get jettisoned into space. They are not going to keep paying to lose money for if it ever touches, even if it ever can touch that stock price. They will stop Xbox and will burn it. That's why they're cutting and slashing. And there's rumors it's about to be the bloodiest, reddest video game layoff coming if they do not get sellers. All these things
you think it was only in the automobile industry? You thought it was only in the you thought it was only FedEx that was laying off thousands of people? You thought it was only what was it, Oracle that was laying off thousands of people, tens of thousands of people?
They have laid off thousands already over years. They about to be a massive cut. Unfortunately, that includes the Blade game. Blade is on the chopping block. In fact, it's pretty much a gone pecan, as they say down here. They had moved the ship date to late 2027, y'all. That means that there is no game. Yeah. And whatever game there is,
Blade keep getting done wrong. Except look, we got Arxis on our side though. We got Arxis.
That you better enjoy him in Tokon and Rivals, because that's where you got him. That's where you gonna get him. But you're not getting that solo Blade game unless
do you think that this is what you just said is the reason why Halo is even on PlayStation in the first place?
Yeah, so it's actually, I mean, I think that was just one of their agreements when they did it, and they was like they were flip flopping. So at first I thought they took it off of PlayStation. So will it be on PlayStation? Because I'm not aware.
At least
no, it was never on PlayStation.
Okay, so that was
it's the first time in its history that Halo's ever been on PlayStation.
Well, I mean, I know there's supposed to be another Halo coming, and they said it's going to be console exclusive. I'm not familiar with whatever it is, but I know the one that you're talking about. That was a part of the old deal with Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond, because they was trying to they were actually admitting that they were desperate. Not saying that desperate is a bad thing, but remember we talked about this past 2 years. A lot of the fanboys didn't want to hear it because they want to believe in a console war. And Xbox admitted that we lost the console war. They literally told y'all, and then the people like, no, they're coming back. No, they're like, nah, bro, get these things out.
Well, the only way you can come back is if you lost.
Yeah,
right.
And they lost.
Or we're losing. At least it's not losing.
No, they say they lost. They are far third between PlayStation and Nintendo. They just say as a platform holder, they not really wanting to be a platform holder. They want to make games for other platforms and kind of just do digital. They really don't want consoles. Like when I told you, I said, Mike, their handheld ain't never coming out. I said they not gonna make their own in-house hand game. They're gonna slap Xbox on it, and look what they did. Ain't selling probably too great. It's for enthusiasts, and it ain't getting like the exact reviews that people want. They not going. I doubt people are starting to doubt if Helix come out, which that is just gonna be a PC in a box. They probably don't really want to make PCs anyway, because Microsoft don't make PCs, do they? So I don't think they want to even get in that business. I think they want to do a little bit and then they're going to get out of it. Or they're going to make it where it's so, you need to be so rich, it's so niche that they don't have to make a lot of.
Well, and also, outside of indie games, like this is already becoming a luxury product. Like,
exactly.
Horizon comes out, Forza comes out, and it's like $70-$80. Come on, man.
And
like,
also,
for a video game, that's not what we as video game fans are used to.
And there's another part of this. And another reason people be like, yes, digital games should be cheaper than physical. But who's the other piece of the pie and the other player that have their hand out that influences prices? Retail stores. Retail stores are dying themselves. So if it's shrinking, they're not going to go down on price. That's just how economics work. They're going up because eggs cost you what? But you just said $5-$10 or something. So what you think? They're not going to cut the developer who might want to cut the price, but as price and money goes, hey, I'm charging more. You get it from your customer, and then we gonna get it from you, and blah blah blah. Or we just not gonna. Walmart don't have to sell your stuff. They don't even sell Xbox no more. They got rid of it because it don't make them money, and they can do other stuff with their shelf space that they can put knickknacks and make more money than selling Xbox. Literally, they can just sell paper and will sell more money than Xbox. So think about that for a second.
Yeah.
Cost.
True.
And I know y'all, I'm gonna stop with the whole economics lesson and all that, but I'm just saying it comes down to the money game and who gets left holding the bag. And right now it's the customers, and they are lying to you at Xbox. They about to fire it. Everybody knows they're gonna fire it. And all you people who I want good games and AAA need to quit being woke games and all this, but they need to make the games that make me feel like a 12-year-old again. It costs money for that, and you don't want to buy the games that they make it. And then they about to, if they fire everybody, then then y'all be like, oh, they sucked at their job because y'all stupid and y'all believe that.
Well,
also,
let me cue y'all in on it. Y'all people that's like, I want to feel like a kid again, blah blah blah. Here's the deal. You're 40, you're 30, you're 25, you're 40. You're never going to feel like a kid again. But what you can do is, like most men that have grown up and become something, you can enjoy the experience through your child's eyes.
Yes.
You can say what you want about Transformers 1. Me experiencing Transformers 1 through my son's eyes, he was hype. It was just like when I was watching Transformers when I was little. Me watching the new Ninja Turtles, well, it's not new Turtles now, but the Mutant, Mutant Mayhem. Watching that with my son, that's how I found a reinvigoration for life, because it's cool to see him enjoy something.
That's a good example.
My Michelangelo melted in the baseboard heater because I left him there overnight on accident. That's how, bruh, that's how you enjoy.
But what was they saying even about
you're never going to be 12 again. You're not.
They
going
was
back.
mad because the turtles are half of them are black. And they're like, they're not my Ninja Turtles. Like, yeah, your Ninja Turtles, the voice actors are old. And they woke. Shout out to Paul, what's his name? Do the voice of Raphael. He seemed to be a very progressive, open-minded fellow. And y'all trying to hold him to some standard and that makes for you.
You know what, fellas? Y'all just touched on something that this is an overall thing, not just Turtles or the thing. And it's more to Ku's point. Is this culture of this cancel culture? We'll call it that. Of complaining about everything in the gaming industry and not considering the money that it's cost. Y'all are part of not exactly
absolutely
responsible, but y'all are part of the reason why these layoffs are happening.
Bruh,
y'all are part of the reason, because okay, on one hand, you want this, and this could be anything. We'll just
movie,
put some stuff
TV show,
put some stuff in this box,
video
put some
game
stuff in this box, and then on the other hand, when you get this, whatever this is, the price is $80 to $100. Man, that costs too much. Man, I can't.
It's not the 90s price. It's like it's not going to be because they done fired and hired and do all this stuff. They done invented super robots to create games that they gotta actually have the power to steal from places like North Louisiana that allow these foolishness to people to try to come in, and all these water centers and natural resources they gotta steal. I get it, not trying to be no tree hugger, but it takes power to run these things. Even if you don't have human hands, somebody has to construct it and have to put it together. And all this other stuff.
The fans, the community, the gaming community, the gaming fans, y'all ruin the game. Like, I literally hate the fact that I can't play Tekken 8 no more. I can play it because I can just download it again, but I don't want to play Tekken 8 no more because y'all ruined the game. Y'all caused the devs to put the patch in the game that make the game unplayable, right? Y'all are ruining Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals is fun because Coop put me on Marvel Rivals. I wasn't thinking about it. But
what did I show you today? People still crying about, they still don't want a class. They still want just the strategist class to be weak, free kills. We get two characters that can handle Spider-Man or kill somebody, and handle themselves 1v1. And they're like, it don't make no sense. It's unbalanced.
But here's
It's
the
like
thing:
it's skill issue.
they'll balance a thing, and then they'll overtune another thing, and then
Bruh.
it's like, okay, now this character is OP, nerf this character, and this is
Mike.
for fighting games, this is for shooting games.
Yeah,
This is what I'm
is
saying.
everything.
Y'all complain about so much, and I'm not saying I'm not playing GTA 6 because it's too expensive. The $80 price or the $100 price does not scare me. For one, I understand business. Two, they spent $2 billion creating the game. I'm surprised.
I still want to know where they got that $2 billion from, but don't add. I mean, because every time we turn around, they got that $2 billion because they said they're gonna sell y'all identity to whoever the highest bidder is off of that AI.
Here's the
That's
thing.
what I'm saying. And
You know why they
even
even without the money laundering conspiracy theory, you don't even have to. You can just look at their balance sheet. It's Take-Two. You know what? Also, they own that scammy. They own NBA 2K. They are printing money over there. They own Platinum Games. That makes Bayonetta and I think Stellar Blade or something else.
That's where I got the billion from.
So they own these things that are cash cows. They've been figured it out like along with EA a long time ago, and they're publicly traded. So they have access to cash liquidity that they can borrow against at any time they want.
And it's similar to Elon Musk going public with SpaceX, which then became a trillionaire overnight. Everybody bought into it. So the point is, though, why is Grand Theft Auto 6 $100? Because they spent $2 billion making it.
Exactly.
And they have to recoup that money. That's business 101. And I'm not. We already spectated on this, the three of us, a year ago, on a podcast. Three of us, we were speculating. Now the price is actually here. We weren't too far off. I mean, I was wrong, but I wasn't too far off about how much this game was going to cost. I didn't know about the $2 billion part, but now that we know that, that's with anything. They have to recoup that money, and they're gonna recoup that money 3 times.
Let's be honest. If they really charged what they were allowed to, if it wasn't for some market capping,
some type of restrictions,
they would have charged 200. They would have charged 200.
Yeah. 150
easily.
For the base, 200 for the deluxe pack.
They're actually, and I'm not saying it's worth that, but because retails, whoever carry it, they got to have a suggested MRSP sales price. That's like anything that's a non-perishable product.
They got to follow the rules.
Generally, those games don't necessarily go up like a commodity. Like eggs can go up today or tomorrow. They do go up, but it's not like it's not food. It's not a future or a commodity like orange juice or something where it got to be grown physically and have a life cycle from biology. You know, you use bio parts to it, but it ain't like if a winter storm destroys oranges, prices going up tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Or like the oil prices that went down magically. Well, I won't say magically, but they went down magically, and all of a sudden oil prices down. Now all of a sudden we ain't hear no stories about oil no more. All of a sudden it's not an issue no more. Okay.
I mean, it's still high.
It's still high, but you know.
But it ain't like $4 right now.
I can tell you also stories about oil. I used to work offshore all through my 20s. I was out there for 10 years. Don't believe the hype about a shortage of oil.
Nah.
I was a tankerman, so we would be standing on these barges for weeks at a time at the shipyard waiting to go to dock to unload these barges. We have gasoline, jet fuel, crude oil. We have whatever chemicals in these barges waiting to go to Chevron, Exxon, BP, whatever dock that we're scheduled to go to. And sometimes, and I was 30 days on, 2 weeks off. Sometimes it'll be 2 weeks into my ship ride, before we go to dock and offload the chemical. That stuff is just sitting floating in the water unused. So there's no shortage. All through the Mississippi River, all along the Gulf Coast, all along the East Coast.
That's why they came up.
Just sitting in shipyards with chemicals in it, with oil, gasoline.
That's why they use that word oil futures. That's why they always moving the goalposts forward.
And the thing is, you only have to pay taxes for what's on land. Like all those tanks that got oil in them at these refineries, they got to pay taxes on that at the fiscal year. But if you got it sitting in a barge floating on the water, there's no tax on water. They don't have to pay taxes on what's sitting in the water. So they hiding that stuff and saying that there's a shortage, and they charging us $3 a gallon for gas. It's all a big cycle of greed.
It's
And then
It's a
we
lie.
get back into greed and forced scarcity. But that's a
Yeah,
whole
forced
nother
scarcity.
discussion.
Right.
So
But just wanted to throw
this-
that in there.
They'll
because I was
never-
like,
if y'all can't get over a woman not having large breasts in your video game, y'all ain't ready for that one.
Hey, let me
Right.
just do something real quick. Let me just go. Take Two. Let me see. Take Two profit. Let's just say Take Two profit 2025. Let's just see if I come up with something real quick. And unfortunately, AI Google search. Damn you, AI! But you hear financial results. The
You hear what
company
you gonna
report. The company reported over 5.6 billion in net bookings for fiscal year 2025. Game releases: NBA 2K25, Top Spin 2K25, and of course they talked about the release of 2020 of the 6. If you clarify about financial earnings, let me say financial earnings. Take Two financial earnings.
That's
So, other words, they got money coming in.
they got
Financial
dough rolling
earnings.
through.
So, in fiscal year reported gap net revenue. So that's net revenue, still revenue of 5.665 billion. Somehow a net loss of 4.48 billion. That's convenient. Yeah. So they were able to make 4.48 billion disappear where you probably ain't got to pay taxes on it.
Yeah. They're
I
gonna
don't
write
know
it
how
off
you
as
do-
a business loss.
Net loss per share negative 25.58. Boy, they got it. They got these things cooking. I don't know how they did it, how they do it. Oh man, I ain't even gonna
Something
dig
sound
further
funny
deep.
about that.
They probably just got it. They probably whatever law is there, they able to move the money down the future and report it as R&D, probably like R&D loss because they're
Oh,
constantly building the
yeah.
game. And probably maybe a loss because they spent the money to build GTA. I don't know, but I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get out of here because my wife is ready for me to get off this thing.
Well, I feel you. So, all right, I'm gonna throw it to matter of fact, Coop. Go in and tell them where they can find you.
You can find me. I'm Keith Cooper at Blurred.ish. You can find the Blurdish podcast on Spotify, where you probably will hear this, I'm sure, as well. You can find me there. You can find me on Facebook. Don't find me on Keith Cooper on Facebook. I said it, but don't find me there unless I know you already. Find me on the Blurdish page or the IG. Don't hit me up in my personal. Just don't. But hopefully you'll find me at some cons very soon. I have nothing officially booked. Well, August I will be at Anime Conclave in New Orleans,
Oh,
downtown New Orleans, on the Riverwalk, at the Hilton Riverside. About 99% sure I will be there. So that's my next book con, as far as I know.
All right, no doubt. All right, word. Open Mind. Where can they find you?
Open Mind, spell it with a Y on YouTube. Open Mind 82, spell it with a Y. I am Open Mind, spell it with a Y on IG. And same thing for TikTok. Open Mind 82, spell it with a Y. Y'all make sure y'all check out that video with me and Coop. We did it a couple days ago.
Yes, especially if you're a Spider-Man player.
Yeah.
Look at it.
We're playing
we're
Rivals, but we really kind of give an in-depth breakdown on the GTA 6 stuff, and of course some rival stuff. You know what I'm saying? And always good to podcast with Coop because we keep it PG-13 on Mike's joint, but we get real R-rated on mine. You know what I'm saying? We get real R-rated. And of course we love casting with NERDSoul all the time. You know what I'm saying? NERDSoul helps us stay cleansed and you in church when you're on NERDSoul's channel. Like you gotta go to church. But when we come to my channel, all right, we get mischievous, we get real mischievous, we have potty mouths and and we have a lot of fun. So y'all check us out, man.
Well, I mean, it's the game to force y'all to do that, man. Rivals.
Yes, Rivals is very toxic. But the game isn't toxic. The community is toxic. I always want to preface that by saying Marvel Rivals is a fun game, man. It's very fun to play. It's not trash at all. It's the community that makes Rivals toxic. But other than that, always good to, it's always fun to podcast with NERDSoul family. You know what I'm saying? We always talk about, uh, have a good time. NERDSoul's a great, wholesome person. Y'all make sure y'all follow and support NERDSoul, man. You're not just talking about gaming. Talk about your favorite anime cartoon. If you black and you doing something out here in this world artistically, NERDSoul gonna promote that. You know what I'm saying? Because he black y'all, and he's black y'all, and he's black and he black.
Y'all best
and he's
believe
black
that.
y'all. You understand me? So if you black and you doing something artistic, reach out to NERDSoul. You know what I'm saying? He'll promote you. You know what I'm saying? Get something going on. I'll let your boy, man. This is where us black folks come. He's the hub for us black creators. You know what I'm saying? You're a black creator. Holla at NERDSoul. You know what I'm saying? Build a rapport with him, man. That's the person on the internet that's really helping black folks out. Good-hearted person. You know what I'm saying? No shade, nothing negative, all positive. But watch your mouth on his microphone. Watch your mouth. Come over here with all that negativity. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, y'all know where to find me, man. I'm boy open mind, spelling with a Y.
Word up, word up. All right, well, from my end, I'm gonna just say, yo, man, it's good to finally be back. We playing, and as you can see on the screen, y'all got some Streets of Rage 4. It's been a long time since I done turned this game on. You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute. I ain't going front. I've been playing that good old Cosmic Invasion with my son, especially, with the Ben Grimm and She-Hulk combo. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing what I gotta do. But of course, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz. Until the next time that you decide that maybe, you know what I'm saying, you should wait for a summer sale on Steam instead of paying $100 for a video game. Or paying like $1,400 for a semi system. We're just saying, peace.
Peace.